A special Super Bowl edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum. I'm Sherm Chester, and today we're going to be joined by our panel that'll be giving predictions on the big game. But the other thing that's synonymous with the Super Bowl is food. People eating all through the game, and especially at halftime. Now, everybody has their favorites, and I've been doing an unscientific poll. And basically, the ones that come out all the time are wings, pizza, and chili. So today, we're going to feature two out of those three. I'm going to be cooking one of them, and then we got a professional cook that'll give you her spin on only one of those three that we mentioned, and something special to go along with it. All right, first let's start off with my chili. It's a vegetarian chili, and it's not real hot and spicy. It's just tasty. That's what counts. I tell you, if you want to go with all fresh ingredients, chop up your own peppers, chop up your own onions, go for it. I just like to make this simple, quick, and easy. So I do use pre-hot and frozen pepper strips and chopped onions. Now, one thing I want to mention, this is probably enough chili for 3 or 4 people. Any ingredients I give you are just, for that amount. You could double it, triple it, whatever, for the crowd you're going to have. I usually just use the bag and eyeball what I put into the skillet. For this purpose, I went and put in a cup, and actually I'm going to add a little more onion to it, and that's virgin olive oil. I'll let those cook up a little bit for just a few seconds, and then I'll add the pepper strips. Again, if you like chopping peppers and have everything fresh, go for it. This is, again, a quick and easy way of doing business here. Now let these simmer, probably a couple of minutes. There's a lot of people like hamburger or cube steak. Some people like it that way in their chili. I have to admit, I tried this product a few years ago and I've been stuck on it since. It's actual soy meat, veggie meat, vegetarian soy meat. There are a few brands out there. I'm a fan of Morningstar Farms, but there's Boca and a few others. And I put it in now. It's frozen. And the plan is frozen section. So I'll let that settle in with the onions and peppers and absorb some of that flavor before we get to the next step. So the advantage of using this vegetarian soy meat is it doesn't have a grease content, so that you can actually freeze this or reheat this, and you don't have to ladle off fat and grease the second time around. This is going to be nice and lean all the way through and tasty. That's all that matters. Let's let that go for a few minutes. I'll be stirring it up. It's time to add the tomato element, and I use fire roasted diced tomatoes. I usually use 1 or 2 cans, depending, again, it's how many people you're going to be feeding or how red you want it. Some people, that's another thing, chilies are in different forms in different parts of the country. So now we'll leave the tomatoes in there with the meat and veggies. And to me, this is the most important element of chili is beans. Some people don't like beans, some people do it without beans. Well, mine, I use beans. And I have to admit, the brand I use, and why I use them is because they have the sauce mixed in. Now, in this case, it's Bush's white chili beans, the great northern beans. I'll put a can of those in. Some people say, you should rinse them first. Well, black beans, yeah, I would probably agree. They have a heaviness to them. These are, the sauce is meant for the bean. In this case, this is the second brand. It's a different mix. It's mixed chili beans with kidney and pintos, and again, mild chili sauce. If people want kick, they can add Frank's hot sauce or Tabasco or whatever. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to add anything to put some kick into it. Mix all those beans together. Okay. And then, here comes my couple of ingredients for heat. First off, I'll take a little chili powder, just a little chili powder. Put that over the top here. Okay, that's enough of that. And I do not add salt and pepper. What I will do instead is put I like good old Mrs. Dash, which is just ground up different herbs. And that's about enough of that. Mix it up. Mix it up. Mix it up real good. The best part of this is you can do this during halftime. If you're not into that halftime show, which I don't even know who's on this year, I'll probably make this and eat it before the second half of the game starts. So put the lid on. I've got it on low heat. I'm going to give that 5 minutes at low heat. It's all mixed together now. What I'm going to do is plate this up. This is how we'll do it. This is how I present it to my team on Super Bowl Sunday. Bring it over here. Sprinkle a little cheese on it. There you go. And then have chips. I love these new ones. The Tostitos are coming out with these strips. You know, you could do that. Make a festive little meal. What we're going to do is give a sample of this chili to our producer, Bob Glowacki, and one of his cohorts at Exeter TV to get the final taste test.
So Sherm dropped off some chili for me to try and some corn chips. So I'm usually the guy behind the camera or behind the keyboard for the virtual Zooms for the Seacoast Sports Forum. So I'm going to try the chili. I'm not a football guy, so I don't know what I'll be eating or what I'll be watching for the Super Bowl, but I'm going to give this a try. So as you can see, here's the chili in front of me. Looks pretty tasty. Looks nice. Good consistency there. Good smell. So let's give it a shot. I also have only had chili like very recently. I'm a picky eater. We'll see how this goes. That's really tasty. Sherm can have a post office career, radio career, Seacoast Sports Forum, and now chili maker to his long resume. Well, I don't think Eli Manning's in the Super Bowl, so I don't know who I'm rooting for. I'm not a Patriots fan. I don't know even who is in the Super Bowl, but hope you guys are enjoying whatever food you're having while you're eating Super Bowl this year. So thanks, Sherm, for stopping by with your chili.
Hi, my name is Andy Swanson. I'm a lifetime resident of Exeter, New Hampshire, a longtime employee of the town of Exeter, and one of the hats I wear is executive producer here at EXTV. They invited me to come over here and give this chili a try. So here goes. Delicious. Needs about 3 gallons of hot sauce, but that's just for me. I think for the, I want to ask what we can have to eat for the Super Bowl. I'm going to have Chinese takeout from Szechuan Taste in Exeter.
Steve Bailey, Town of Exeter, Network Administrator. Gonna try this chili out. Yeah, it's delicious. And if I liked hot sauce, definitely load it up. It's kind of mild. What I eat for the Super Bowl, it's usually chicken wings and buffalo chicken dip. Those are probably my 2 favorites.
Hi, my name's Darian Castro, and I'm part of the TV crew at Exeter TV, and I'm gonna try the Super Bowl chili for the town of Exeter. Okay. Some beans. I think those might be tomatoes, we'll see. Oh, yeah, those are some pretty good chunks. And let's see. See, I actually like this type of chili because it's not like super hot and not like too sweet, which is normally how I like it. That I know the Sea Dog has one that's kind of a similar variety to this one. So yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because there's always room for improvement in life.
So there you have it. My take on a vegetarian chili. Not too hot and spicy, but tasty. All right, now let's get to a professional chef. We've enlisted Denise Landis, and she's the host of another show on Exeter TV. It's called Outside and In with the Cook's Cook. And she's going to show us some recipes to wow your Super Bowl guest. She'll start off with a salad that features one special ingredient that everybody loves, bacon.
Hi, I'm Denise Landis, the host of Outside and In with the Cook's Cook, and I'm going to show you how to make a terrific broccoli salad with bacon and toasted sunflower seeds.
That is a tasty salad, I can tell. Now we're going to go on to one of the top 3 favorites. That's wings. And she's got a special recipe on how to come up with some tasty chicken wings for the Super Bowl.
I went to school in Buffalo, New York, where Buffalo-style chicken wings are enormously popular, especially in bars, and they go really great with beer, and they're perfect for game day. Buffalo chicken wings are kind of spicy, and they're served along with an accompanied sauce made out of mayonnaise, sour cream, and crumbled blue cheese, along with chilled celery sticks. It's a great combination, and you're going to love it.
Now, those are a couple of tasty treats to serve your guests during the Super Bowl. Thank you, Denise Landis and the whole team at the Cook's Cook for putting together those segments. The Cook's Cook is an international community of home cooks and professional chefs, and you can watch Outside and In on Exeter TV, and you can check out their free website. It's thecookscook.com, and they have great articles and recipes. Again, thank you to Denise Landis. That's our food portion of the Super Bowl show, but let's go on to the predictions. That's just as important. And we'll start off with our team. Roger Brown from the New Hampshire Football Report.com, our resident football expert. What's your prediction?
Well, I mean, I guess I have to pick the Rams in a close one, Sherm. I just think they're, better all-around team. Burrow is terrific. I'd much rather read about him now than, not to pile on Tom, but I mean, Burrow's the next guy, right? It looks like. So he's very interesting. He doesn't have nearly enough or as much around him as Stafford does on either side of the ball, but here they are, right? Way ahead of schedule. So, I'll be rooting for him, and I wouldn't count him out, but I do think the Rams have the better team.
Okay. So give me a score. We'll just, for fun.
Score. Okay. How about 27-24 Rams?
All right. Sticking with that. Okay. And we'll have a tiebreaker. Who scores first in the game?
Team?
Yeah.
I'll say the Rams score first.
Okay. And the ultimate tiebreaker is it going to be a field goal or a touchdown?
Probably field goal.
Probably
field goal.
All right, that's just our tiebreaker. Now, the other portion of this special Super Bowl edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum is that we're talking about tailgating and all Super Bowl food. You have a special snack you have during or halftime snack during the game?
I don't. Whatever the family wants, but we've already begun preparations, so it's being discussed.
Oh, it's still in discussion. But now, what is your favorite? If you had a choice, what would you hope that's on the menu that night?
I don't know. It goes year to year for me, Sherm. It would either be like pizza and sub sandwiches, maybe.
Okay.
Or a bunch of appetizer items.
Okay.
One or the other,
All right.
I just can't go wrong with pizza. A lot of people are into the chicken wings now. My son wants boneless chicken wings, so we'll see about that.
There you go. Joining us for our Super Bowl show is the coach, Bill Taylor. We have an interesting matchup. What are you thinking?
Okay, I think the Rams are going to win, even though I would love to see Cincinnati win. But I believe the Rams are going to win.
You got to give me a score.
I got to give you a score.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's going to be 28-17.
28-17. Okay. And now a tiebreaker will be, let's see, first up, who do you think will score first?
The Rams.
And will it be a TD or will it be a field goal?
It will be a TD.
All right. Okay. Now, this is the other part of our question for you today. The Super Bowl eats. What's when you guys get together to watch the game on Super Bowl Sunday, what is it that the Taylor family likes to eat?
I'm going to say pizza.
Okay.
I mean, only because my wife enjoys watching it also. And it depends, if she wants to cook earlier, because the male member of the Taylor family does not cook. I will grill, but I don't. No, I'm a disaster in the kitchen. I'm okay doing that, but this isn't grilling weather.
All right. Before we get to Sam Bruno, Sam, hang on. We'll get your prediction in a second. All I wanted to say was that we've done an unscientific poll of folks this week. Anybody that wanted to give their opinion on who's going to win the Super Bowl. And it was a consensus. Everybody said basically the same thing. I want to see Cincinnati win, but I'm taking the Rams, except for one person agrees with me. Yeah. And we'll talk about that at the end after Sam, you give your prediction. All right. I'm going to put you on the spot, Sam. This is your Super Bowl pick, and I need a score too.
Oh boy. Okay. Then you're asking for it. And it's here it goes. I can make this pick with the utmost confidence for a number of reasons. First of all, I looked at the Cincinnati Bengals, who have nothing to lose. I mean, they're playing with house money right now. No one thought that they were going to be there. They've got a quarterback that reminds me a lot of Tom Brady when he was bringing the Patriots against the greatest show on turf, against the St. Louis Rams back in the early 2000s. So there's a lot of comparison there. On the other side, you've got the Los Angeles Rams, who are playing at home. They're playing in SoFi Stadium. They've won the close games. They've got there without making a lot of mistakes. Sean McVay, the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, last time he was in the Super Bowl, his team only scored 3 points, and that was against the Patriots. So when I think about these two teams going up against each other, you look at the rosters of both teams, and there's no comparison. LA has got the defense. They've got the star players on offense. They've got the veterans who are there. They've got a lot of people who certainly can make things happen. Cincinnati, I think, just has a few too many stars in their eyes right now. I think they're going to get to LA and they're going to be swamped by the media attention, and they're just going to be there to have a nice week in the sun against the Los Angeles Rams. So I think when all is said and done on February 13th at 10:30 at night, I think what you're going to see is a big Los Angeles Rams win. I think right now they're 4-point favorites. I think that's way too low. I think the Los Angeles Rams are going to win comfortably in this one, and they're going to lead from start to finish. So I have no problems in picking the Rams over the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'll say the final score is probably going to be something like 35-17 Rams over the Cincinnati Bengals.
Interesting. And what's your food selection during halftime or any time during the game?
It's definitely salty snacks before the game and during the first half, munchies, and definitely at halftime, it's pizza. Pizza, and more pizza.
I went with them in the playoffs, and I'm going to stick with them in the Super Bowl. I think I'm calling for an upset. Another Joe Namath years ago, and how about Joe Burrows, the Cincinnati, Ohio, or a kid from upstate Ohio, I should say, but Ohio boy. He's gonna pull it off. The only thing that's weird about him, he looks like Macaulay Culkin. So young looking. I'm not going to compare him to Brady. I'll say Macaulay Culkin as far as his looks. But as quarterback, yeah, he showed some finesse in that game. And I'm going to call for an upset, 27-21, and it's in favor of the Bengals. We'll see. We shall see.
You were talking about your Joes. You forgot about Joe Montana.
Yeah, Joe Montana. You're absolutely right. We forgot about Joe Montana. There's another Joe. So, and Joe Cap. Joe Cap. With the
Joe
Minnesota
Cap.
Vikings, how long ago? But he was a Patriot too. God, I was going to say. So, is any other Joes we can come up with? Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Super Bowl Joes.
Super Bowl Joes.
Okay.
Love it. Don't count out a guy named Joe. The only other person that actually, of all the people I surveyed that went along with me in Cincinnati, was Brent Smith, one of the coaches at Exeter High School. So Brent, we're pulling for Joe. We'll see what happens. And now let's go to one more person and our 2-minute drill, a special Hall of Famer. I couldn't get Bill Belichick, but I did get a Hall of Famer with the same initials, BB, Bill Ball, coach of the Exeter Blue Hawks, with his pick on the Super Bowl and what food he's going to be eating during it.
I'm going to go with the Rams. Stafford's playing great. He had a couple of drops last week that cost him early. I think that would have been a different game. Defensively, they're tough up front with Donald and Von Miller and that crew. Ramsey on the back end. And they'll have to be good on the back end because of Chase and the guys that the Bengals have. But I do like the Rams.
Okay. The other question I had about the game, we're doing a tailgating show for the Seacoast Sports Forum. The 3 favorite foods, it seems to be pizza, wings, and chili. Do any of those float your boat during halftime, or what is your favorite snack during the game?
I'd say wings. Wings is my favorite. I'll go with wings.
All right. And back to the Super Bowl. You're picking LA. Do you want to give me a score or just?
Yeah, I will. I'll go LA 35, Bengals 21.
I like that score. I like it. Thanks to Coach Bill Ball for his prediction on the Super Bowl. And thanks to our panel today, Roger Brown, Coach Bill Taylor, Sam Bruno, and our special guest, Denise Landis, the Cook's Cook. And don't forget, her program Outside and In is also on Exeter TV, and you can check out her free website, thecookscook.com. Thanks, Denise, for those great recipes today. And that's it. Now all you do is watch the game and enjoy the food and family and friends, and compare notes next week to see how we all did. Until next time, this is Sherm Chester inviting you to join us for our next edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum. Be sure to subscribe to Exeter TV on YouTube and hit the bell to get notified about new episodes of the Seacoast Sports Forum and other local content. Follow the Sports Forum team behind the scenes on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and send us your game footage and photos to our email. That's seacoastsportsforum.extv@gmail.com. This is Sherm Chester inviting you to join us for the next edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum.